Okay, vocal chain of Missy Elliott and Skrillex.
Vocal chain. Obviously, just 304. This is my favorite EQ, and I love that it has one knob for the low end. If I had the chance to show you, can I bring it up so I can show what the curve that it's doing?
Okay. Is it like a microphone?
No, it's just a basic EQ, but I love that it curves the low end like this, because I think a lot of mics, especially the U87, I feel the U87 needs this type of curve a lot, you know, and so I like doing that to the vocal one. And if a studio I'm not working doesn't have this, then I obviously use the curve here, you know, because it looks very similar to what this does.
So you don't cut, you cut, right?
Yeah, okay. I cut. I ended up cutting for sure. But I'm saying this EQ does a really good job with just one knob, and I'm telling you, you'd be amazed. I think this combined with the U87 is my favorite.
And what's the plugin company?
Joe Meek. Joe Meek. Before, in the past, I used to look green.
Sound familiar, yeah.
Yeah, and that guy's legendary. I don't know his legendary recordings, but he did a lot of engineering and gear. And obviously, so EQ, and if you'll notice, my vocal chain is just laid out as if the analog world still existed and digital, you know, had nothing to do with it. So it's really just EQ compressor, you know, and then 4 sends. But in this case, I have another compressor.
Dark mode?
What's that?
You like dark mode?
Yeah, because it looks newer. I like that. Only I hate to feel that I've been using the same plugins for the last 20 years. But I'm telling you, once I had the chance to buy all the plugins that existed, my clients would still ask me, can you go back to what was working? Because like I know we're working with a familiarity game. If it doesn't sound familiar, even if they can't describe why it doesn't sound familiar, it's just not going to work, you know. So that's why we're applying tricks to just get classic values back into our ears. So yeah, EQ compressor. In this case, I'm surprised I'm not using the SSL compressor. I usually use it a lot, but the second compressor I'm using is just the Puig, obviously de-esser, you know. And in this case, like I said, I mean, less is more. I know that, you know, this is just
you mixed as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just a plate verb and eighth delay.
Yeah. What's the plugins?
The plugins, yeah, they really just the Pro Tools stock. So this is the the Waves. Waves R-verb is plate 2 setting is the plate that I like the most. It's the one I use the most consistently. And I was telling you the story of the Sia vocal, or you know, when I send out a vocal to a DJ and they're ready to play it the next day, I definitely wanted to send them the vocals as dry as possible, but they also can be you know, they have to be animated to a little bit. So that's why I like this reverb. It just sounds like it's there but not there.
Okay.
Same thing with the delays. They're just what comes with Pro Tools. Just having a quarter delay and an eighth delay, you know, fills up that empty space or the groove in the song very, very well. So nothing complicated. You know, if I could say that, you know, over and over, it's just the less is more really works. Damn. Setting things up symmetrically like a console would. Console is very symmetrical, and actually the word console just means you're consolidating fucking bullshit. Sorry to cuss, but I'm just saying, I wanted it to be clear that less is more. Structured, processed, working, formatted, you know, approach to doing things is what's least scary. I know I was telling you that the day I was finally able to walk into a session and not have my hands sweaty from being nervous of what's going to come up is the day where I realized it's just a process. You're just going to put yourself through the process. It's almost systematic. The more systematic, the better, because you'll get it done quicker, and poof. You know what I mean?
As you might know, I interviewed more than 50 different Grammy Award Winning engineers, producers, songwriters. I was asking, what's your secret sauce? So I decided to make a free PDF file where you can find presets, plugins, secret sauces, everything together. I'm gonna leave all the links below, so check it out.